here for the serious matter.
We are.
Very serious matter. We've been waiting the entire day for the migrants to get here. Families, we at the moment don't know, have no idea how many are coming to this facility.
That's good, correct.
We don't have many vacancies, many rooms available, but we hear that about 100, give it or take, on the way here. Do you know anything else?
You're saying 100 individuals? We don't know anything.
We don't know.
Right now, there's the mixed stories. Okay, I spoke with the manager on Friday afternoon. After I was told at 4:30 on Friday that they were bringing folks up to Tuckahoe Road. We realized which place it was. It was the Ramada. I spoke to the manager. The manager said to me, they're renting out 50 rooms. I said, oh, all right, how many people are coming? I don't know. He has no clue. He had no clue as to who's coming up here. So, I mean, you and I can't go into that hotel room without all kinds of identification, but yet he's got 50 rooms being filled by people he doesn't know. That's all I know. And again, that's a mixed signal from Adam's office that says, there's 100 rooms being booked. There's only 103, 104 units in the whole building. So that's what we have. That's the story that I have right now in terms of what's coming up here. But again, more importantly is that, why is Adams sending all these people up here? This facility is not equipped to handle this type of, and I don't think if it's legal for them to have this many people for a long period of time. This is not an extended stay hotel. So I mean, you're making deals with hotel owners that probably should not be doing. Mike Spano should have filed the injunction like the other executives did to postpone this at a minimum to see if all the paperwork was in order.
Now, were you involved in the negotiations about the migrants arriving in Yonkers?
Not at all. I got a call from Assemblyman Matt Slater it was 4 to 4:30 on Friday afternoon, Mother's Day weekend, saying, Anthony, I was just informed Mayor Adams' office called him and said we're sending. I think he said we're sending up 100 people. I think he said to Yonkers. I got the stories mixed up over here, but he said that they were sending people up on Friday afternoon at 4:30. So that's when I went into action to find out what was going on as much as I can. And I have not spoken with Mayor Spano either. Apparently he hasn't received any information either from what he said.
Now, 100 people could be families. Maybe in each room could be four people. So we don't know. The thing is, we have no details at all.
But that's true. But the point of the matter here is this facility equipped? We don't know any. We don't know exactly. We don't know who it's going to be. What resources are going to be needed by these individuals? I don't care about the fact that Adams is going to be using the $1 billion that he got from the governor to fund the rooms. We don't know what else is going to be needed over here. And by the way, right behind you and behind those fences are residential homes. Okay, this is smack dab. What are these folks going to be doing in the course of the day? This should not be happening. This place is for guests to come for the neighborhood when people have some events, spend the night. I think you were here. You've seen tonight that people are checking in tonight. I came here on Friday night because I got a tip that they might have been coming Friday night ahead of time, and they didn't. I was here till 12:30. People just packing this place in. Neighbors. People coming out with luggage. 10:30, 11:30.
We've seen a few trucks, cars, trucks, coming with people in there, like 4, 5, 6 people. Maybe they are already in there?
No, there's no way in the world.
They wouldn't come in the private cars?
Well, could they come in private cars?
Ubers?
Hey, that's something that would be a surprise, but you never know. I don't see any reason why not, but you've been here longer than I have at this point. Today I didn't see any activity.
Yeah, because we are all here waiting for the bus.
Right.
Okay. But that does not mean they cannot put whatever families on the Ubers and send them up here.
That's correct. You're correct. You're right. Stick around, watch.
Now, Mr. Merante, let's say we have 100 families. How will this impact Yonkers financially?
I don't know. I have no clue.
So this is all a surprise?
Absolutely. To me, the mayor says he doesn't know anything either, but it's a surprise to me. This is my district. I have no clue. My job number one is the safety of the people. I just came from a woman, a family that lives behind here. They had no clue. They feel, they're very upset at this point that there was no warning. I said, well, we didn't get it either, and she's very upset. These are residential homes. People, we don't know who's here, who's going to be hanging out. It's not. It's a shame that we have to. Why? What's the secret? What's the secret? I don't think they belong here, period. I think there should have been an injunction. The mayor should have filed for an injunction to not bring them here. This place, where are they going to eat? There's really not that many, food. We don't have a big food. I mean, we could go to McDonald's, the Chinese restaurant across the street. I don't know how can you plan? How can you do anything without any information?
Now, the information that it's lacking to the most of us, do you think that the mayor knows more than he's releasing to the public?
I don't know. I don't want. Listen, because of the fact that I'm also a candidate for mayor, I'm not going to. Again, I would hope that he knows more. I can't guarantee it. I don't want to go there in that spot right now. But try to make sense out of this. Democratic mayor of Manhattan, New York City, Democratic county executive in a sanctuary county, okay? Democratic mayor of the city of Yonkers. They don't communicate with each other? It doesn't make sense to me.
Things that make you go, Well,
I mean, listen, there is a race. I mean, why? I think if I were Mike Spano, and Eric Adams called me up and said, listen, I'm about to send some migrants up there. I think if I was Mike Spano, I would say, can you do that in November, in December? Because obviously there's a lot of people that are not very happy. I have not received any emails or text messages in favor of this situation.
But Yonkers is a sanctuary city.
Well, I don't know. Did he declare that? I never heard it declared. I know it's a sanctuary county under.
He never said that we weren't. So, and it always made appear like Yonkers welcomes our immigrants in Yonkers.
We do have immigrants here.
But we talk about the immigrants in those conditions, those that are coming in today. So, is this really a surprise, sir?
It's again. It's a surprise that no one knows. It's a surprise that no one knows. If he's going to bring him in the light of day, with all the cards shown. What's the big deal? I mean, is it?
Yonkers Voice! I love you, Yonkers Voice!
There you go. You got some fans down there, bro. I got you. But needless to say, why? I mean, there's too many whys. There's too many whys here, and why not? Why? There should be more information. It's just not making any sense that it's a secret. It's not.
Yonkers is a transparent city. We have a transparent government here in Yonkers.
Well, you're talking about my office.
So it's not. Because we don't know much. People are upset. I spoke with a few people. They are upset. They don't know nothing about it. They feel like this might bring things that are not we're not going to be happy with.
We don't. I don't want. I'm not going to sound. There's got to be compassion. They're human beings. Like there's human beings. But we don't know who these people are, what they've done, and like this is a residential neighborhood behind you. This is not just somewhere where there's people can wander out. This is a very busy little section over here in the city of Yonkers. It does. I don't think it could accommodate these 100 people. What are they going to be doing during it? We have no clue. Are there kids? Do they need schooling? I mean, what police resources are we going to have to provide? I don't know.
So I think, sir, that the issue is much more complex than meets the eye.
I think so.
It's not just bring him and give him a place to sleep.
That's correct.
There is other things that come into the mix.
And what's next? Are they here? Are they here? Even though the manager said to me it's a month-to-month rental. It's a month-to-month rental. He wanted to be sure that just in case things didn't work out, that he can, that he can terminate the agreement. Smart move. Smart move. He doesn't know what condition. What if these are the unruly group of migrants? We don't know. There's so many. Again, too many unknowns, Rue. Too many unknowns.
Do we know where those migrants are coming from, or are they a group that coming from different countries, different places?
Rue.
Nothing. We don't know nothing.
Again, 4:30, a 4 o'clock phone call on a Friday afternoon from the assemblyman that telling me that that's it. That's all, and except for what the manager told me, and the manager, unless he wasn't being forthright, hard to believe that they're sending a bunch of families up here and they don't know. You know what I'm saying? How could you think about it when you have to check into your own hotels when you go on vacations or go someplace? I mean, what are they going to do? Okay, family number 1, you're going to room 100. I mean, how are you going to manage this thing here if you don't know who's coming? It doesn't make sense.
So the folks from your district that called you with concerns, are the concerns because they are coming to your district? Because look, I'm going to give you a little comparison. Everyone cares about the homeless. Everybody wants a solution for the homeless.
Absolutely.
As long as that solution is not in my block. Okay. Could it be that they concerned because they are on their block? Yeah, bring them in, but bring them to somebody else's block?
Well, again...
Well, you're the council person.
Anybody coming to your neighborhood... Well, there's people coming to this neighborhood, which is their neighborhood. So that is the major concern right now. I'm not going to speculate on people's personal feelings on certain things. But you know something? If we have all this money, we should be taking care of our homeless people here in the city. There's a lot of issues that we have that need to be taken care of. And now what's happening here is federal politics is now reached Yonkers, New York. And we're getting thrown into this thing here that we really don't need. And I just, people have to, it's hard for a lot of people to accept. I mean, I think people do feel maybe, the immigration situation is broken. And, it should be done. It should have been done a different way. And if everyone came in the proper way through the border, identifying themselves with proper identification, I think people would accept that fact. I mean, they're still not happy because, listen, as immigrants, we're people from immigrants.
Well, Mr. Anthony, Mr. Merante, they came legally.
Yeah.
They went through a point of entry. They are here authorized. But maybe they should come differently. Is that what you're saying? Like they are.
Wait a second. How do you know that? I mean, you're saying that they're
here.
legal.
They came to an entry.
Yeah.
They came to a point of entry, correct or no? We don't know that.
We don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, someone said to me today, well, they're going to come here. They're going to have an ID card. I said, that's nice. And do you know if that information on the ID card is correct? Did they provide proof of their identity? With their utility bills, credit cards, driver's license? Nothing. We have no clue who these individuals are.
I don't know if I'm flipping, if I'm turning Republican or not.
I'll get you.
Sooner or later. But I agree with you with one thing. We have so much homeless here in Yonkers. And many people here in Yonkers and all over the United States, and I agree with that, take care of Americans first. Let's address the problems here before we go and solve other people's problems. But we are also a kind country.
I understand that, but the question here is, there seems to be an unlimited. Do we have an unlimited amount of space? I don't understand. I mean, you're letting in, I don't know how many millions of people have come across. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, but again, I don't want to get into national politics. This is the 6th district. My job, number 1, is to keep the people around here safe. I'm hoping these people, these migrants that show up here, are very good families and do not create any kind of issues for the community. We just don't know what resources they're going to need and what it's going to cost the city. And we just want. Listen, if it's happening, we're going to have to deal with it. It just should. I don't think it should be happening at the Ramada end.
Thank you, sir.
My pleasure.
Thank you,
Mr. Republican.
We never know.
I get you.
Well, a police cruiser just arrived. I don't know if that is a signal that they are coming. We don't know. We have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. So we're going to stay here for a little longer to see if the buses are coming. But when I speak of buses, the buses that are expected are school buses. Not these huge buses. It's a school bus with a few families inside. As we heard from Mr. Merante, about 100 guests are coming. We don't know who are they. We don't know if they are mainly male, mainly female, families. We have no idea at this time. So we're going to wait a little longer. I've been here for a few hours waiting for the buses to arrive. So far, nothing. And I wouldn't be surprised that if they don't come now and they show up in the middle of the night, early in the morning, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I will stay here as long as I possibly can. Yonkers Voice reporting for you because we believe that you, the people of Yonkers, have the right to know what's going on in the city of Yonkers. A la gente español preguntando qué hago yo acá en Ramada. Bueno, estoy aquí porque los migrantes deben estar llegando. Estamos esperando a la guagua con 100 personas. No sabemos si son 100 hombres o mujeres o familias o mezclados. Estamos esperando que lleguen aquí a Ramada, aquí en la 125 más o menos de Tuckahoe. Lo estamos esperando. El carro de la policía ya se va. Por tanto, vamos a estar aquí un ratito más, a ver si llegan. Si llegan, lo firmamos a la llegada. Yo soporto a mi comunidad latina, yo soporto a mis inmigrantes. Yo fui uno de ellos a un punto en mi vida. Yo sé los sacrificios que hacen para llegar a este país. Y yo los entiendo. Y mi corazón está con ellos. Claro, no podemos tener las fronteras abiertas para que cualquier uno llegue, pero yo soporto, yo estoy a favor que este país abra las puertas o facilite que entren. Claro, hay que chequear quién es la gente que viene para que nosotros acá estemos seguros que la gente que viene es gente trabajadora, que viene para acá a trabajar, progresar y ayudar a sus familias. So, guys that speak English, what I was just saying in Spanish, that I was one of them years ago when I first came to the United States. And I'm very grateful for this country. There is no country better than United States of America. This is a country where everyone wants to come. This is the country that is an example to other countries, that we say this is how other countries should be. So we shouldn't be surprised when we see immigrants sacrificing their lives, to walk to United States. That means a lot. But at the same time, we have to protect those that are already here. Right here in America, at this moment, in Yonkers, we have a lot of issues with homelessness. They don't have a place to stay. But if people come from other countries, like those that we are expecting today, they are placed here in this motel and other hotels across the nation. So thank you guys for watching. Until next time.